Hey guys, and welcome back. I hope everyone is doing okay today. It's fair to say I'm doing well from last night. Full time at Bramwell Lane, Sheffield United have lost 8-0. 8-0 to Newcastle. I can't believe it. For the first time in Premier League history, a team has had 8 different goal scorers in the same match. On top of that, Newcastle are the first club in history has actually beaten Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United 8-0. Such a weird stat, we've actually beaten both the Sheffield teams 8-0 in the Premier League. In regards to Sheffield United, that's the biggest ever home loss. In regards to Newcastle, I believe that's our biggest ever away win. It is such a huge, monumental occasion for us where it's a real statement to the rest of the league. I think especially at the start of the season Newcastle's had, they've needed that moment where everything's come together. That last night was a flawless performance. I know Sheffield United are crap, don't get me wrong, they're a team that's expected to go back down, but Newcastle were perfect in that game. Everything they've done well. They completely picked apart a team that was desperate to get something from that match. The game went away from them. Newcastle were just like a pack of hyenas just biting away all the bones. Nom 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 nom. They was on it from minute 1 tonight. It was so good to watch. We're going to talk about it all in this video because, well, Wednesday we're playing Manchester City in the Carabao Cup. Just like that, we're back into it straight away. You wouldn't think it, but yeah, 2 days time we're playing in the Carabao Cup against a team that, if Newcastle were to beat Manchester City, we'd probably be the favourites to win the Carabao Cup, or one of the favourites anyway. Once you get City out, it's anyone's game at that point. So if we can do that, then we've got to a cup final last year. Why not do it again? It's an occasion where if Newcastle can take it, Newcastle can do anything against any team, especially after a game like that. If we can get City out, then listen, we've got a real opportunity of doing something this season. But before we get into all that, just a huge announcement from me first that I'd like to make. It is an absolute privilege and honour to say that I have been selected as a finalist for the Football Content Awards this year at Anfield. So this pretty much means that I'm going to be going up against the world's best content creators. I'm actually being selected in the best video content creator category, which is against some very talented people, as you can see on the screen there. So I'll politely ask, if you enjoy watching my content, if you listen to me, if you enjoy the videos, I'll ask you please to go down to my pinned comment in the comment section, to press on the link and to vote for me in the best video creator. In regards to our Newcastle United YouTubers as well, there is a few that's been nominated. I'm not in a category with any YouTubers, so it's not like you're voting for me or for someone else. You can vote for all your favourite Newcastle content creators. It's not like we're going head to head to each other in different categories. So I just want to give you a heads up there, just in case you get the impression that we're competing against each other. I mean, we are competing against content creators, but not against each other in regards to Newcastle United fan base. So, yeah, a bit of a heads up there. But there will be a vlog for that, of course, in Anfield. I actually done the Content Awards last year as well, but I feel like this year is even bigger, especially with the category that I'm in, up against some extremely talented people. I can't stress how much of an honour it is for me to actually be in this category. But if you guys don't mind, it'll be in the pinned comments. But yeah, that was just my little announcement there. I'll probably do a separate video as well, talking a bit more in detail about that in the, I guess, one of them YouTube shorts. But back in topic to this is why I'm here today. So Newcastle United have made a huge statement to the rest of the league yesterday. I felt like coming out of the ground, I had so many mixed emotions going in my head. My head was just racing. I didn't get a chance to actually kind of reflect on the game, say how it went, and then give I guess, a bit more of a focused verdict. But I want to start things off with the ex-Sunderland defender. So the Sheffield United player yesterday is coming out saying, "Oh, I'm a Sunderland fan. I love it if we beat Newcastle." Well, listen, Basham, I would hate to be you after last night. I mean, he hasn't done anything wrong, to be fair, with that comment, but I thought it was hilarious seeing a Sunderland player pop out and go, well, actually, you know what, I would love it if we beat Newcastle. Then Sunderland lost to Cardiff and then they lost 8-0, so it didn't go too well for Basham. But Sheffield United are crap on. I can't believe the level of difference between the Championship and the Premier League. I mean, that is a Championship team that actually walked the league, properly got themselves second, just went up like it was nothing, and straight away in the Premier League against a team like Newcastle, we're just 100 million times better than them, weren't we? I mean, everything about that match, Newcastle just was so professional, was so confident. We just knew what we were doing. We passed the ball around like it was nothing, like they weren't even there. We just passed the ball left, right and centre, and we just got 8 goals out of us just playing like a friendly game. But it was, I mean, it's mad to see the level of difference between the two sides. But in regards to us first, players like Anthony Gordon impressed me so much. I mean, this is a guy that, of course, was the player of the tournament at the Euros where England won. It's just someone where last season he's admitted that my fitness wasn't good enough for Eddie Howe's style of play. This season he comes in for the age that he is as well. He looks like a brand new sign. He looks so much better this season. his end product's better. He's someone that's aggressive with the ball. He's getting in there. He should have got one a pen yesterday. He's someone that's drawing fouls. He's just an absolute nuisance for any defence. I feel like once he's a bit more experienced, once he's played a few more games with Newcastle's system, he's got the sky's the absolute limit for Anthony Gordon. He is someone that has got that roof to reach. He's so good. And for the rest of Newcastle's team as well, players like Dan Burn, Longstaff, Botman has scored in the first half. I mean, you can't believe some of the goal scores, could you? Botman's his first goal for the club, Dan Burn and Longstaff scoring in the same game. You're thinking, what the hell is going on here? But, I mean, honestly, Newcastle were just so confident. I think our players, just all round, a squad of class. I mean, Trippier's end product was really good. He got 3 assists in the game, could have easily got more. His crosses were superb. His set pieces for once. I don't think Newcastle have always been the best in set pieces, but that game, everything was perfect. And whether that was down to Sheffield United being poor defending from more, Newcastle actually being good at set pieces, it was just you just never thought you'd say Newcastle is a good stat for you actually. So Newcastle, in terms of actually winning the game by scoring 4 more goals, we've done it 10 times in the last 37 matches. Before last season, it was 10 times in the last 401 games. That's the difference since the takeover. We are actually pumping teams on a regular basis. That's an average. Every 4 games we're scoring 4 goals against someone. It's a pretty good average, to say the least. And for Newcastle, it's just such an aggressive team. It's just about being more consistent. It's so weird watching yesterday and you compare it to the AC Milan game. Now, I know obviously AC Milan is a massive difference between them and Sheffield United, but Newcastle created very little in that game compared to yesterday, where we created a good 20 plus chances. It's about a consistency of Newcastle. Once we get used to the Champions League, once we're playing at St James's Park, we can get on it. And Kylian Mbappe yesterday picks up a calf injury, so it's a high possibility he could miss the Newcastle game. So I never wish an injury on a player, but Mbappe missing out that game, he is literally PSG's main man. So if you get him out of the game, you fancy Newcastle to actually beat PSG. So everything seems to be going in our favour. It is a big opportunity for us now. Champions League at St James's Park. All 3 of those teams, Dortmund, AC Milan, PSG, they'll probably look at that result yesterday and they'll actually be crapping themselves. I know again it was Sheffield United, but those teams would not like that at all. 8-0 against any team in the Premier League is a big occasion. It is something that is a massive achievement to do. And for us in the Champions League now, we've got all these games coming up. It's a good time to do it. It honestly is. But for us though, it's just once we get Joe Linton back, once we get Joe Willock back, once we have that core in the team, I think we've got a good chance of doing anything really. It's just about keeping that consistency. So far this season, we've had a few off games already, but listen, we'll get on it. It's always going to be a slower burner. It's not about us winning every single match. We're never going to do that. It's about Newcastle gradually over time becoming a better team, which we clearly are doing. It's a slow process. I know all us fans have been waiting so many decades for silverware, waiting so many years to get back in the Champions League. We're starting to get there now. We're in the Champions League. We got to a cup final last season. Okay, we didn't win it, but we're all getting there. We'll do everything we ever want to do. We will get to these places. It's just going to take time. And yesterday was a great eye view of what we can actually do. The prospect, the potential. We've got everything coming in our direction. It's just about us utilising it and Eddie Howe getting the best out of his players, which, to be fair, we have definitely been done over the last week. Now, I remember coming on this actually after the Brighton game, so we lost 3-1 against Brighton. I think at that point we've kept around 2 clean sheets in 20 matches. I called it out straight away. Our defensive record is terrible, sorted out. Last week, 1-0 against Brentford, 0-0 against Milan, 8-0 yesterday. We kept 3 clean sheets in the space of a week. So all of a sudden now, after having quite a poor defensive record over the last 20 games, Newcastle will get 3 clean sheets in a row just like that. So it's definitely, again, a good situation for us because, well, as I mentioned before, that defensive stat, because of the fact we're conceding every game, that means you've got to score at least 2 goals to win a game, and it's always going to be a tough ask when Newcastle have an off day in front of goal. But defensively, we've been great. We didn't have a chance yesterday. I had absolutely nothing in that game. Newcastle gave them nothing. Even when we were 4, 5, 6-0 up, we didn't take a foot off the gas. It's not like we went at 6-0. Well, you know what? We won this game. Let's just give up. Now, Newcastle just kept doing it. They kept going for it. They wanted more. They were aggressive. They didn't let Sheffield United have anything. We were ruthless. We picked them apart. And even when it was 7-0 and 8-0, again, Newcastle just wouldn't let them have anything. We just kept going for more. It was just such a joy to watch. And after watching so many years of shite in Newcastle, it was just... it was a bit of a surreal moment to actually see us progress and become a much better team than what we were. But yeah, it's just a bit of a recap from yesterday. I didn't want to talk too much about it. I just want to kind of give you my thoughts and I have a chance to kind of reflect on it. But that was a record-breaking game. That is a huge moment for us now. I don't want to try and big it up too much because, again, it is against a team that is expected to go down, but winning 8-0 against any team in the Premier League, that's something that Newcastle hasn't done in well over 20 years. That's something that does not happen often. It is a big occasion when it happens, and Newcastle deserved every bit of it yesterday. They could have got more. Hell, they probably should have got more. But Newcastle got the job done. 8 goals of 8 different goals scored. I mean, what an unbelievable achievement that is. The players should be proud of themselves. Amanda Steve went to the dressing room after the game and told the players about that achievement. But it's about building on that. Man City in the Carabao Cup on Wednesday, and we've got Burnley at the weekend, and straight after that we're back in the Champions League. So we've got these games coming just like that. But it's about building what we have. I think Newcastle can do it. I think we can potentially beat City. We just have to wait and see. Again, City have got some issues. Rodri's been suspended for a red card. We've got other players that could potentially miss the game. We've got a better chance than ever. Get us in James's Park. Make it hard for them. Have the atmosphere great. Take the Man City and then they'll have a good time. Let's make sure that if they are going to win the game, let's make sure City had to give 110%. They've got to work for that result. Newcastle have got to give it everything to them. We get them out of the Carabao Cup. It is anyone's game at that point. I would love it again if we can get back to Wembley. It was such an amazing experience last season. Let's try and make it a seasonal thing. Let's try and get back there again. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. I appreciate you watching. It's a good chance to kind of talk a bit about the game. I give you, I guess, a bit more of a broad view of what Newcastle fans can expect going into this season. But for me, again, appreciate your support, guys. Thank you so much. It is an honour to be a part of the Football Continent Awards. I hope you can vote for me, possibly can do so. Appreciate you guys watching though. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.